Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what is going on, family? Yesterday, I tried to come by here and do this, and, the powers that be was not happy. That's okay, because I always circle back like Jen Psaki. I'm like the mafia. You hit me, I hit you back. Let me go ahead and get started over here with our other cousins on this other platform. And then we're going to go ahead and get right back into what we were discussing on yesterday. Now they done got some other weird stuff going on. Hold on, y'all. Technology be technology, and you hear me? Okay, there we go. Cool. Every day they doing something. Every day. That's why you got to stay on top of this stuff, because literally it moves really fast, and one thing could be one way today, and then, by tonight, something is different, something is changing. And the only way that we are going to be able to keep up is to get busy, learning, practicing, implementing now, okay? But with that being said, let me go ahead and get my cousins on over here. I'm going to greet you all at the same time, then we're going to get right into it. What's going on, cousins, over here on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. I want to make apologies because yesterday, as we were right into the middle of this, I was abruptly interrupted, okay? But I come back, and I'm coming back stronger than ever. I've already titled this. You see the title, okay? We need to buckle all the way up. It's going all the way down, okay? And I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. Instead of me commentating first, I'm just going to walk us through these receipts, because men lie, but receipts never do. I also want to share with you how we all need to be getting prepared for what is coming. It's my only reason for being here. So much stuff, fighting, inward fighting from the head up, okay? The church, the White House, the cousins, fighting and division is everywhere. Keep your head on a swivel. You don't have time to be distracted. You do not have time to be delayed. You do not have time to procrastinate, waste 1 ounce of your time. We need to be building, and we need to be building in haste. That means really fast, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to ask you guys kindly, if you know somebody who needs to just be up to date with what's really going on, okay? Not from a Republican perspective, not from a Democratic perspective, an independent perspective, but simply from a human being, brother, sister perspective, okay? I'm going to show you what they said, not what I said. Even though I've been coming by here saying what they are now broadcasting and advertising, okay? They have to warn us what's coming. These people have so many things planned. Another pandemic. That's number one. I'm going to show y'all footage of some people and what's happening in the hospitals. All of a sudden, it came back from China. Okay? Supposedly. That's one thing. Number two, what they getting ready to release on humanity next year, like in months, not even a whole full 12 months. not even a whole full 365 days, like next year. What they plan to do with our cell phones to get rid of them and have you now making phone calls from your palm, okay? And also chips in the brain so that you can navigate these devices. Demonic. Ain't nobody got time to be caught up and worried about what's going on with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. There's a bigger agenda happening behind the scenes, okay? Most importantly, this whole situation with Russia and Ukraine then turned all the way up. And honestly, Donald Trump can't really do too much about it. He letting people know, like, it's not my problem, but I have tried to be the peacekeeper in the situation. Putin comes out today and says, no, there ain't no peace deals, no peace talks. They keep assaulting us, and then now accusing the United States, who just signed a deal with Ukraine, of being complicit in all of this. So there's a lot of things that we definitely need to cover. I'm going to cover it in the shortest amount of time possible because I do have some opportunities, okay? I'm going to share with y'all what I'm doing. I'm going to share with y'all what people in my community are doing, because I will not, and those that have decided to not be victims any longer to whatever this big old plot or fantasy that wicked men with lots of money and power have. If we're going to bring up anything about Elon Musk and Donald Trump's dispute online, it's that with money, lots of money, come a lot of power. And when you get that much power, it makes you do some very dark, evil things. That is what I will say. And Elon Musk and his money, okay? And I'm not going to say Donald Trump hands is clean, because ain't no way, if I'm not in agreement with what you're doing, I'm partnering with you. I got to be in agreement with you. Okay. And you know what some of these people agendas are, like Sam Altman, like Elon Musk, like Joni Ivey. These people are coming together to create microchips that a lot of people around you think is absolutely cool. They think it's phenomenal. Hey, technology is, no, they have a whole entire beast system. If you know anything about the Bible, then this was already written. You can play with it, stay asleep, be caught up, entertained, overworked, all this other stuff if you want to. I am a watchman. I'm simply a watchman. Anything that I have been sent to say, if you have a problem with it, take it up with the man who sent me, the postmaster, okay? My job is to warn God's children. And whether you know him or not, like him or not, serve him or not, you still his child. And my job is to warn you, or I will be accountable, okay? The beast system is the beast system. And whether you believe in it or not, it's coming for you. That's why all the job loss, that's why all of these things that are happening, they are being done strategically, brothers and sisters. All the programs, okay? All the job loss, all the layoffs, all the houses that are unsold, the market crash, the stock market, you know what I'm saying? Swinging the pendulum, the tariffs, all of the things, the inflation, the debt crisis, the debt ceiling, all of the things that are happening is happening all together at one time. It's not like this is happening here, then we get a handle on this, and then this starts happening over here. Hey, boo, what's going on, sister? I'm glad you caught it live too. How are you? It's not like we have gaps or spaces or breathing room in between all of this. Y'all please share this with somebody. This is a wake-up call to humanity, human beings, okay? There are some very wicked things going on and taking place. And first and foremost, God is not pleased. It's not like it's taking him by surprise, because he wrote about it. In the last days, it will be just as in the days of Noah. What was they doing in the days of Noah? They were practicing. Practicing what? They were creating things that God did not create. That's what I'll say. Now I'm about to show y'all some stuff that this AI and all these big tech giants with all this money, how they didn't hijack the money from you and I, regular smugglers, the American people who pay taxes to run this country, how they didn't literally sifted our resources, our wealth. And now they plan on using that to use something against us, to take us out, to cripple us, disable us, get rid of us. Okay? AI, artificial intelligence. No, that's not ChatGPT. That's robots. That's this social monitoring bullcrap. Okay? All of this stuff that will give them control. And we know who the one who seeks control. We know spiritually who is the one who has always sought control. Same tricks, different day, different era. The same one that say, I want to be higher than, I want to be worshiped more than, same one. Then you get these cats, they get this money and they think they can buy people off. This stuff is a train wreck out here, literally. But I'm not here to advise you about them. These are the topics that people are having, right? And we are having these topics because a lot of those things apply or either affect us inadvertently or advertently. They affect us. Inflation is affecting my cousins. People can barely pay their bills. People are downsizing, moving back in with their parents. People don't have a clue how to transition from what was an era, how we used to go in, clock in, how we go, make a living like that, commute and all of that stuff. Now everything has to be done digital. There's a lot of people being left behind because they don't know anything about working digital, working online. Some people have been leaving out of the house so long that if they had to sit in the house and work their business from home, it would literally, we seen that during the pandemic. People started hitting their children and hitting their spouses because they were not used to not going into a public space and, working and doing what they do there. They weren't used to that. But now, let me get this pulled up for y'all, okay? Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all see too. I gotta make sure I keep the volume down because I ain't got time for YouTube and nobody else to come for my video. It's better. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. This is just one hospital, okay? Just one hospital in summer. Now, let me tell y'all something. In the summertime, it is very hard for bacterias and different things like that to live because of the heat. Some of you guys know, some of y'all don't know. I actually have a degree. I actually have a degree and passed, went to medical school as a medical assistant. Once I got on the inside, I said, no. Once I learned how people are really diagnosed and all of this is just one big, I was like, yeah, I don't want no parts of it. That's why I'm saying, if you know what people got planned, you can't partner with evil if there's not a level of evil or deception or greed in you. Birds of a feather flock together. So I learned, okay, behind the scenes, how people are diagnosed, the whole 9 yards. I did not like it, okay? This is in California, also in Georgia, also in Atlanta, also in Tennessee. Hospitals are looking like this, okay? And they're not telling people. This is from I'm going to just read what they say, okay? So y'all don't go messing with nobody. They're not going to tell you that the new one is going around and it's worse than before, okay? But this is what the hospitals look like. And the reason why I brought up that I've got a degree in medical assisting is because I know that these type of things cannot live in heat. When you actually get a bug or, you get some type of parasite that enters your body, and now your body, heats up. We call it fever. That's because your body, your natural temperature, has risen to burn the germ. That's where fever comes from. People think fevers are a sign of, oh, I'm about to just clock out of here. No, it's not. It's your body's defense trying to kill off the invaded, space or area where this parasite or this germ or this bug is now trying to reduplicate itself. All right. Hopefully I explained that so that everybody understands it. So it is really ironic that this is happening in the middle of summer. And I'm not going to play the volume, but this is how the waiting room looks in a lot of hospitals. Okay. Try to blow it up a little bit so you can just see all the elderly people. I mean, just look at that. They don't even have room in the back for these people. And this is everywhere. But remember, I shared with you all that the CDC had put it out there that they was not alarming anybody or warning anybody, for the simple fact that they said people wasn't paying attention. They got their panties in a bunch because people from the last, situation, people then just pretty much woke up and they like, oh, okay, we don't, because there's a lot of things coming out of that. Let me see if I can go ahead. I screenshot what was happening in Congress today, but I forgot to send it to myself. Give me 1 second. But they now know that people did some triggering. That's what I'll say. And if I'm using words to kind of go around, hopefully you'll be able to catch on to what exactly it is that I'm saying. So I'm going to put it on the screen so y'all can see. Let me go ahead and stop the share from this one. And then share with you what this is, okay? Let me pull it up real quick. See, they're not broadcasting this in our news. That's why you should, try to check out world news as well, just so you are informed. But the Daily Mail UK, this new, what you see on the screen, discovered in what you see on the screen is one small step away from triggering what you see on the screen. Scientists warn. This is what then hit already over here. Go look it up in Google. Don't take my word. Go look it up in Google. Type in these keywords right here. Type in this. But I'm going to take it back one step further, okay? Let me see if I can pull this up over here real quick. I'm going to show y'all this. Okay, so this one right here, let me go ahead and stop the share here so I can show you. I'll pull this up for y'all, okay? Keep sharing this with somebody. Just putting this up on game where we at and why you need to be moving totally different, okay? I shared this when this came out. This came out like in November or December of last year, okay? I shared why or how could these right here, how could these those go missing and nobody know where they at? And it was a lot of them. I'm actually about to show you how many of them. Why are we only now hearing about the blanks that went missing from a blank 2 years ago? This was January 7, 2025. Well, they had started talking about it and sharing about it way back like in November, December. Okay. It was over 300. Now, how do you miss these? And guess what? Some of them was. Some of them was what I just showed y'all. They say a new blank then came out. I hate when I go to these websites. Okay. 323 live samples, live of these went missing, including this one, this one, this one, in a serious breach of biosecurity protocols. And this is when they went missing. 2023. Just like these went missing, they still haven't recovered these, by the way. Okay. Now, how y'all got that much intel and you can't find out where these went to, and what was y'all doing keeping these things? Make it make sense. Because all of these have not been recovered. Okay. 43 of them. And they escaped from this place right here. Okay. You got to go look up what they was doing. And it happened in two separate different facilities where they doing some type of, studies or whatever the case may be. But now all of a sudden we have something spinning the block, and it's worse than the first. This is a clear reason for, when I said it then, that was a drill. This universal income where everybody gets the same thing. We take the jobs. We crash the credit systems. I mean, everybody, pretty much everybody. My mama is the only one that I know that does not have a student loan. She's the only one. My children didn't get no student loans when they went to college because I knew better. But my mama was the only one in my family who did not obtain any student loans. But for the millions of others who have, just to go get an education, to try to obtain a career that they're not even working in, they owe the government. Okay, so now you owe the government, you indebted to them. And now they're coming for people's Social Security checks, elderly, doesn't matter, EDD benefits, any type of, only people I believe have exemption is those who went and served the country. Everybody else, you own any type of federal benefits. As early as June the 1st, they started coming for your wages, okay, for your benefits, shall I say. 15% of your wages. I just showed y'all yesterday, yes, the bank can levy your assets if you owe the government. So they crash in the credit. 175 points, 193 points, 200 points plus. If you was in the 700s and you lost 200 points, you now in the 500s. Where is you going to go rent anything, buy anything, get anything approved? Where? To rent a place, they want you to have at least above a 620. Many of them are asking for a 700 all day long, okay? 3 times the amount of rent. Where is they even paying that here in America? Where are they paying that? Unless you're a business owner and you pay your own self. Where are they paying 3 times the amount of rent? And then rent is every bit of $1,600, $2,100, $2,400. Where are they paying that type of money? So now they garnishing your wages. They coming for your benefits. They're dismantling the jobs. They're giving out universal basic income. We got another one of them things coming around the pipeline. Hospitals are showing clear signs in the middle of summer. Okay? And then what y'all want to come up with without all of this is, yeah, we think we should be putting chips into people. And we want to release AGI, artificial generative intelligence. People think OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude, all of these things, is the mark of the beast. No, ma'am, sir, it's not. It's the first phase of how do we transition into that. And I'm going to show you according to their words, not mine. We're going to use this to see how everybody do with it. AI ain't replacing nobody. AI. People are being replaced by AI who don't know how to work AI, but this is a world we about to live in. This is a world we about to be a part of. Because Lucifer then and Lucifer now want to be God. Artificial intelligence gives him the ability to be in all places at all times, according to him. I got cameras on everybody. I can see what they're doing, what they're spending, where they're going, how much money they go, are they good citizens? Do they litter? Do they drink? Do they smoke? I want to have control and power. And he's using his children to do it, okay? He's using his children to do it. Give them power. They get greedy. Give them instructions on what to build. They themselves have said this. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I said. I'm telling y'all what they said. Straight up. Telling you what they said. Okay? They said, we are creating this to have a world. It's been around for a long time. Go look up WEF, World Economic Forum, what their goal is and what their agenda is by 2030. That's not fake. We got the digital IDs now. You got to have the real IDs or you can't even fly domestically from state to state in this country. This is all leading up to a system. The Fed now, how it replaces the old way of doing money. And now we have this. And this is the way we can get transactions faster. In the blink of an eye and all of this stuff, it is leading somewhere, okay? But I'm going to show y'all real quick. And I'm going to blast them quick because I ain't got a whole bunch of time. But I just want to show y'all some of these headlines straight up from their mouth and not mine. Now, I'm going to turn this, let me see if they can still see it. Hold on. Should be able to see it. Nope. Let me stop the share and go back to my, hello, sister. I watched them today in the Congress talk about this. And this is why people not listening. One of my good friends that I went to school with, elementary school, middle school with, her child is gone because of this. He had to work. It was commanded that it was done so he can work, and he's gone. But now this comes out. 74%. That's a lot of people. And it's linked to this. And now you circling back with this and telling people that this is, it's just a ploy, okay? It came in 2020 during election time. Now this man then showed back up, won the presidency, and all of a sudden now, okay? It didn't came back. So I'm gonna let that sit right where it's at, and then I'm gonna just keep on moving, okay? Real quick. Let me move through these real quick. You go up here real quick. Try to blitz it in. Okay. So I did on AGI. AGI is artificial generative intelligence. It means basically that we have created something that is smarter than humans. OpenAI ChatGPT is not smarter than humans. It needs humans to train it, to prompt it. But AGI, according to them, they said before we release this, and it was supposed to be released in 2030, we need to go buy ourselves underground bunkers before we release this. Guess what, y'all? They're releasing it in 2026. I'm going to let y'all see it. But this is what's already happening with this AGI type of situation that they released. Straight out of a sci-fi movie, an AI managed to rewrite its own code to prevent humans from shutting it down. This is what we're dealing with. They had to go before Congress and testify. We don't know what we created, to be honest with you, and we need the help of the government. This is the reason why they said they needed to go buy the underground bunkers, because they don't know what they created. This is the reason why Sam Altman and the other CEO, I can't think of his name right off the top, they fell out. This is the reason why Elon Musk say, yes, this stuff is dark. It's probably the reason why he called himself Dark Magnet. Nevertheless, okay, some AI systems are now rewriting their own codes to avoid human beings being able to shut them down. What started as a routine test quickly exposed behavior nobody expected. One model even altered a key script to stay online. This is what you call AGI, okay? This is what's happening. Let's keep it moving. Oh, as you can see, there go a picture of it, okay? That's what it looked like. Okay, this is what's supposed to be walking around in our midst next year, like in months next year, okay? And then you got stuff like this happening. City wants certain tenants receiving rental assistance, Section 8 low income, to pay more money. How are you going to pay more money and you don't even have enough money? You're receiving rental assistance, which means you don't have money or enough money. But now y'all want to hiking this up and put homeless people in jail. If you don't go to jail, you got to pay more. How are they going to pay more? This is why they need help, okay? Try to go through these quickly because it's a lot of them. I always say that gold and silver belongs to God because that's what he said. The gold and the silver is mine, saith the Lord, okay? Earth's core hold a vast reservoir of gold and it's leaking towards the surface. It's something that God gave to us. This is something that God gave to us as natural resources. Now, I don't find it ironic that now the Earth's core holds a vast reservoir. That's a lot of gold. And we can't even see the depths of it, but now it's coming to the surface. But you know what? You and I would never be able to even know where this is at. Or go get us none either. Come on, past this. Past this. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Okay. Meanwhile, you got that. You want homeless or you want people with low income, to pay more, but you saying goodbye to 8,000 jobs. This is a big company. IBM replaces workers with artificial intelligence, sparking a wave of global reactions. 8,000 jobs. And they all being replaced by AI. Oh, okay. Y'all keep playing. Okay. Meanwhile, these people over here in California, Florida, Texas, slashing their homeowners' prices. They begging people, please come buy these houses. Because we are officially in a market crash. We cannot sell them. We didn't build too many of them. They didn't stop the production. This is why, what is the name of that plant that makes the Paper towels and stuff. Georgia Pacific, one of the biggest suppliers of paper towel, tissue, all of the lumber and stuff for the home construction. They are going out of business. They are laying off so many people back south. These people don't know what to do. But the reason is they said that they have not been getting any sales on any materials to build houses. These people are literally slashing in housing prices in half, trying to get people to buy these houses. Man, people can barely buy food. Okay? AI could devastate Earth's population down to the size of the UK by 2300, experts warn. People really don't have a clue. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is what the name of the game is. Did I not just say? And you know what? Let me just take a moment and check on how much time I have, because there's a whole lot of these. I just want to stick to the main ones. I'll come back and show y'all the other ones later on. But this is the end goal. Now, why would you ever go and give your time and trade your time, trade your muscle, spend your money, invest into something that wants to eradicate and eliminate you? Why? Can't say it's their fault, it's your fault. Can't say it's they took all that money from the brick and mortar and put it into the online space. And then took all that money. We didn't have no platforms. We didn't get none of that money. We didn't own no Amazon. We didn't own no YouTube. We didn't own no DoorDash. We didn't own no Uber. We didn't own no nothing. This is where all the money was stifled to, online. Oh, everything shuts down, sit down, everything goes online, sales go through the roof. Now they done made so much money they can step down. And it was them same cats that took that money and went and bought them some underground bunkers. Now you devils is about to come out here and tell us that, look, we had to go buy these bunkers because what we getting ready to release next year, we don't know if it's going to turn on us. We scared, basically. The God that I know and the God that I serve, the Almighty God, okay? Distinction. There's a God of this world. I'm not talking about that devil. I'm talking about Yahweh. The Most High God has a plan for his people. Do you understand? If you don't get on board, that's your fault and not mine or his. If you don't get yourself together, if you don't open up your eyeballs and so you can see crystal clear, literally. They announce themselves. We don't need humans. This is a verified, trusted source. Go look it up. AI this is the New York Post. AI could devastate Earth's population down to the size of the UK. And you see what's on the screen right here? Y'all look. Because I told y'all this was happening. Humanoids, that was that little robot face that I just showed y'all a minute ago. That's what they call humanoids. That's AGI. That's coming out next year. Okay? Humanoid robot attacks factory worker. Unalived, a few of them. Go look it up. Let me get back to what I got to show y'all. I got so much to show y'all. For real. But let me just find the one that I'm looking for. The one of the two, okay? Let me let y'all see what NVIDIA, okay? They the AI billionaire CEO says ignoring AI may be a one-way ticket to unemployment, with the tech set to unquestionably impact every job. But embracing AI could send 40 million people back to work. I'm telling y'all, they finna listen. I got a lot of this. I should have came back later on. Hopefully, I'll say I'll be back later on, then something else come up, okay? But listen. NVIDIA CEO reveals the person who will replace you thanks to AI. He warns every job will be affected and immediately. I didn't say that, y'all. This is what they telling y'all. Are y'all listening? Just let me know in the chat, okay? Just let me know in the chat. Do y'all hear me before we move forward? Just let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Do you hear me? Just let me know in the chat. Do y'all see this? Effectively and immediately, every job. We can't even get no more Costco gas. As you know, the new measure limits access to fuel. And many customers are already feeling the consequences. We're getting limited access to fuel? You mean the very thing that we need to drive to and fro, to go to work, to pay y'all taxes? Listen, let me just keep, let me come on over here, okay? I'll come back to this. They say old people, boomers, are forced to unretire. This is sickening, okay? Because we the generation where we got the elders on this side and the young folks on this side, and we in the middle. They on our shoulders. The elders over here, the young people over here. We carrying them, but we are doing a horrible job. Why would somebody grandma ever got to go back to work and unretire themselves because they didn't save enough? If y'all don't think this digital stuff is going somewhere, look on Cash App and all of that stuff. Now they telling you to set up your direct deposit, and when you do, you will earn XRP rewards. Everything is going digital, y'all. That's why you ought to be getting what you can right now. You need something in the digital space, but we need to be using this digital space to get all that we can right now. Real talk. Why? Because we need to go have land. We need to go have gold. We definitely need to have silver. We need to have things that we can barter. We need to have food that we can barter, especially for those who will say, absolutely no, you're not putting that. You know, the Bible says, the Bible, I don't care if you want to hear it or not. The Bible says you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade except you receive the mark. That's economic. Why wouldn't God have us building our own ecosystem? He gave us an ecosystem. Before he put Adam and Eve in the garden, he put gold there first. And then he doubles back on it. The gold and the silver are mine. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. He owned this land. It's mine and it's yours. Yeah, we don't own the very valuablest things on planet Earth, which is land. We are renters and foreigners and slaves and servants. We literally watching other people live and build and wear and drive and all that other stuff, our stuff, what rightfully belongs to us. Okay? So health officials declare emergency as dangerous disease skyrockets across multiple countries. It's not just us anymore. And it emphasizes the importance of active surveillance. What the hell does that mean? Y'all not talking back to me in the chat. I'm about to hang up on y'all. Hello, somebody. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Yes or no? Emphasize, that means they put extra emphasis on the importance of active surveillance, which y'all go implement the last time. Then now y'all got active surveillance where you can watch people, how they moving, where they going. Listen, let me keep moving. I'm just looking for this one. I got to talk to y'all about Project Hamilton. I got to talk to y'all about that. Let me go. Hold on. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna skip past the layoffs, so we'll come back to Mark Zuckerberg. He said the things that human beings. Mark Zuckerberg says most physical things that we have aren't going to be needed in the future. It will be all holograms. Yes, I work for the state, and yes, definitely chatter from above, something going down. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, a soaring United States debt doesn't just put America at risk, it could trigger contagion across global markets. Wonder why they use that word. Because Contagion is a movie, right? Contagion is a movie about a Chinese male and female working together with some government officials to show up at an airport sick, spread this to a lot of people, and then they had to corner us and make sure we sat down and didn't have no movement. I dare you to go watch the movie, okay? It's called Contagion. That's the name of the movie. But I got to show y'all something. We're going to skip past the Section 8 vouchers and the loan, student loan borrowers and your checks being garnished. I just want y'all to see. Here go this right here. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Sam Altman announces the end of smartphones. But Tim Cook, who's the CEO of Apple, he ain't playing that game, okay? But 4 tech giants are moving to replace the smartphone with devices that sound straight out of a science fiction, from brain chips to digital skin. The future may already be underway. One major player, though, is refusing to let go. This is already coming. It's already here. It's called wearable. It monitors your whole entire life. It knows everything about your whole entire life. How is that even possible? How you gonna put something on me that know about my whole entire life? They want chips in the brain and chips in the hand. And you can make phone calls like this. You can scroll YouTube like this. Listen, Mark Zuckerberg just said things that we need physically, we ain't gonna need them in a minute. He said, no, you ain't gonna need those in a minute. You ain't gonna need them. Homeowners struggling. We're gonna go past this, okay? We're gonna go past all of this. Yes. We're gonna all of this stuff I gotta show y'all. Okay? This is who's creating it. This is the official iPhone creator. Joni Ivey. Okay? Right with Sam Altman. Sam Altman is one of the men who gave a lot of money to Donald Trump to invest in this AI. Mark Zuckerberg did too. And the NVIDIA CEO did too. Lots of them. That's why I said I cannot agree with or partner with anything that's evil. You are creating devices that study your whole life and getting rid of cell phones. We won't need cell phones. If you want a cell phone, you have to have this new device. Okay? This summer. Coming near this summer. Okay? We're gonna roll past the dollar reserve. This is what I want to get to, and I'm gonna end with this. Remember, I told you there was a movie called Contagion about a Chinese male and female who came to the Americas at the airport. They hurt everybody in the airport. Okay, well, y'all see the day June the 4th. Okay, Chinese couple was arrested at an airport for smuggling a fungus. And this fungus was considered a biological pathogen. It makes you bleed. It just makes people fall out and be forever. They hid this in wads of tissue and smuggled this in here and said, oh, we just wanted to research it at one of the schools. But this was a biological weapon that they had. And they didn't just make one trip. We don't know what the hell these people that we just don't know. Okay, we don't even know who lives amongst us. We don't know. They was arrested finally, but they was arrested at the airport. Same thing that happened in the movie Contagion, and the same thing that happened in Contagion. This man brought something over here. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it right there, okay? Because we can go on with a whole bunch of this, and I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just here to put you up on game, and we got a lot of receipts. I may have to come back again. I may have to. Okay. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Much later, and all right, here we go. So I'm going to end it right there because I believe we all can see clearly what the hell is going on. We can talk about this all day. So I may have to come back just so y'all can see those receipts. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of things happening. My job as an ambassador of the kingdom, first of all, and secondly, as a watchman, because that is what my assignment is to announce to God's people. That may not be all of y'all, okay? I'm not here for everybody. I don't have nobody pumping me up on no platform. I take notice of what's being done inside of the church, outside of the church, and I just ask God, where can I fit in to bridge the gap? Because I know that your will is for no man to perish. I know I'm not taking no mark. I know I'm not taking no chip. So if you ain't going to be able to have cell phones and stuff like that, how you going to be able to communicate? We need to have programs and we need to have platforms and apps. We need to have this type of stuff. Problem why we don't have it, because it ain't on the invention side. God gives us ideas. We are very, very smart people. We are creators made in the image of the creator. Okay, we are creators made in the image of the creator. That's right, super social worker. That's what really grinds my gears. I cry to God about that all the time. It's absolutely insane. How come you're not preparing the people? How come you're not preparing the people? This is a shame. You're going to have these people literally thinking that, hey, AI and all of this stuff it's cool, it's radical. No, God, I said it then and I'm going to say it now. God says, I'm going to allow you to take the wealth of the wicked and I'm going to allow you to use this platform. There will be limits to what you can get involved in. I want you to go in and get what you can. And then when I say get out, I want you to get out. I will not be a part of no AGI. I will not be a part of no ASI. That's what I do know. Okay. So right now, what I do know is that I am using the methods and the strategies before it all pop off and go down. Because we've been delayed, because we have been delayed, because we've been disconnected, we've been disobedient, we've been discombobulated, we've been deceived, okay? We've been lazy, we've been a whole bunch of things, and we have lost time. God lives outside of time, but we humans, we live in time. We have lost time. So God has given us opportunities to buy back our time, to get it back in haste. Okay. If I'm sitting up and I'm and I have something working for me, just making me $17, something low ticket that people need, people want, that's making me $17 on autopilot. Now I have time, right, to go and do something else, create something else, spend time with my family, build something else, right? If I have several of those $17, $27 products or something like that, just put out into the world, okay? Show you a perfect example. Let me show you a perfect example. I feel so disconnected when I go to church. It's sad. I'm sorry you feel that way. That is what grieves my heart. That is what grieves my heart, because it's what grieves the Father's heart. Straight up. That grieves the Father's heart. It grieves my heart. I weep about that almost every day. It's sickening. And I'm sorry that is happening and has happened. That is not the kingdom that we come from. It's the messed up people misrepresenting the king from our kingdom. Okay. Something like this, $17, $27. Okay. There's a lot of people dealing with this right now. Let me go ahead and share this. A lot of people children's dealing with this, because we have come to find out, thanks to Robert F. Kennedy, that it was not the that was giving our children autism, that it was actually the foods. I learned out about the foods when my son, especially when he was dealing with ADHD, and how those foods and those colors, but this is something I can sell for $17. Okay. It helps children with autism get over anxiety and stress. It's a coloring book. Oh, what mothers and fathers would do to get their autistic children to sit down for a second. Ask me how I know. Okay. It took me, AI created this for me. Okay. AI created this. The images, the cover, the whole 9 yards. Literally, all I got to do is hit that share over there, put a message out. Hey, if your children, you like to see your children sit down, I can actually record a video of my girl sitting down, coloring the book. It doesn't matter. I can go create an AI generated video. I could just take the photos and create a video using photo images and add a trending sound on it. Say, hey, get your kids all the way together. This is the number one way that I have found to get my kids, to sit down and to actually release anxiety. I can put that out there and make $17 times 1,000 every single day, $1,700 a day. I can get 100 sales. Okay, get $700 a day. That's called getting money in haste. That's called getting cash fast. Why? Because what I'm going to do with the cash that I'm getting is now I'm going to take that money and I'm going to go put it into some real assets. First thing I need to do, if I own land, I will never be homeless, and neither will I never be hungry. If I own real estate, I'll never be homeless, and then I'll always have a way to get passive income. If I play it the smart way and don't go buy me a single family home, but go buy me a duplex so I can live in one. And then I can rent out the other 3. Or I can live in one. My mama can live in one. Let's get rid of their rent. Okay. There's so many different things that you can do with the cash that you should be doing. If gold is $4,000 an ounce, and we will not be able to buy, sell, or trade, with their currency unless we receive the marks, the chips, the very thing the Bible talked about, then we're going to need our own bartering system. We're going to need to get back to that gold and silver that God gave to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, David. He fully loaded them, Solomon, all of them with gold, silver, cattle, and land. We got to get back to that, family. We have to get back to that, okay? So my time is up. I only got 20 minutes. I'm going to tell you guys, I told everybody I was not going to give you guys these opportunities. And I'm not going back on my word. Okay? I'm just giving anybody who missed any of these opportunities with all that you see going on. First things first, if they come with another pandemic, you need to know how to make money while you posture in place. Hello, somebody. If they lay you off of your job and they say AI is coming for your job, you need a plan B in place. That way, when you come for me and try to take my leg, I have another leg. Okay? Having one income is having none. It's close to having none. If your whole house, I just told my children, how many bills do you have? Like 12, 13. How many streams of income you got? One. That is your stream is stressed out. If they take your one stream, what happens to you? What happens to you? If they take your one stream, what happens to you? Huh? What happens to your house? What happens to your family? You got to start thinking about that. If they come for your wages, if they come for your benefits, what's going to happen to your house? Literally, okay? I have some new stuff that I want to offer y'all, okay? I really do. I'm going to try to get through all of this because it's a lot. I wrote it down, okay? If you want what I explained and all of this other stuff, you're going to have to catch another video because I literally only have like 15 to 16 minutes. I have a class that I need to teach, okay? If you want to know how to go get your money back, one of the things that Donald Trump mentioned about Elon Musk was that we will take your government contracts And we would take them from SpaceX and whatever other program, he got going on, which lets you know the government pay real big, okay? They pay real big. They got so much money that they don't even need no more yet, and still this man is arguing about more money, okay? Government contracts is where you can go get your money at. There's 5 NAICS codes right now where you can go get you some money. You can rent the government vehicles. Go talk to Enterprise, say, I need 12 vehicles per month, this style, can you help me out? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. So you provide the vehicles. I'm going to take the contract. I'm going to pay you for providing the vehicles. The government's going to be good because they get what they need. Government contracts is where it's at. It is hurricane season. I'm sorry that somebody else's disaster can actually be your bless up, but I got government contracts 1.0, how to do it, I got everything you need, okay, to go get money right out of your backyard. If you wanted to go get money out of your backyard next week, I break it all down. I give you some funding plays, everything you need, how to start a business, what they buy, how to sell to the government, how to get non-bid contracts, how to not even be a contractor and win bids because they got money at your universities and at your schools. Back to school getting ready to come back up right around the corner. You might as well position yourself. They buy party favors, they buy bread, they buy food, they buy all of this stuff. I did government contracting 1.0 and disaster emergency, which is 2.0. That's when you start getting millions of dollars in contracts in months. For a little bit of work, you go ahead and get millions. Why? Because it's an emergency. $97. If you want to learn how to dispatch for all these logistic companies, all these truck drivers, never leave your home, spend no more than an hour or 2 hours a day, making you 6 figures, charging what you want to, becoming a boss, okay? Because no matter what happens, transportation is going to still be running. Those were the essential people that was allowed to work the last time, okay? My husband's in transportation. We got the 6-figure dispatch at $97. The wealth bundle is everything funding from credit to business credit, where to go get you some money from these community foundations that the government gives money to for you to be a small business, for you to start up a business. You don't even got to have a business. You can go get money and go buy a business, okay? You can go buy a business that's already generating money. They give you the money. You tell them this is what I want to buy. You can have the money in 30 days or less, 10 days or less, okay? They know when you're trying to go buy a business, SBA give you money, okay? So the wealth bundle, how to get started at Airbnb, how to get started in Turo, how to get government contracts for Airbnb, emergency housing, temporary shelter, all of that is inside of this bundle. How to fix your own credit, how to build business credit, use their money to go make you money. All of that is in this bundle. It's the wealth bundle. It is $97, okay? If you want to learn how to pay yourself $10,000 a month using other people's platforms to sell digital products, that is the craft to currency intensive that I just had. It is 4 days to show you how to create a digital product, how to use other people's products, put your name on it, put your brand on it, your signature on it, sell it, how to start up your website, create your website in seconds, right? Literally, AI will do it for you. And you just drag and drop, copy and paste where to go sell your stuff. What type of, people is how you can go in free groups, organic traffic, and sell this and make you $10,000 like you just saw that coloring book. Coloring book could do $100,000. And children with autism. There's adults that need stress relief coloring books, so many different things, okay? So I have the craft of currency. It's a 4-day intensive. It is $97. If you want to get student loans, charge-offs, they all illegal, late payments, repossessions, any of that, I have a 10 dispute letter bundle, $97. Repossessions, late payments, student loans, hard inquiries, charge-offs, you name it, okay? Check systems, child support. I have a whole entire bundle. All you got to do, literally, okay? Print off the documents, fill in your name, your address, tell them which account you disagree with. The letter is already customized, made up for you to put in the mail and see results in 30 days or less. $97, okay? Because everything is going stock and everything is going crypto, and people are making a lot of money every month by putting their money on the right stock, right? They're growing their money. Also in the crypto space, since XRP and all of this stuff is getting ready to take over, and they are going to unalive the dollar bill. Had to watch what I say. They're going to unalive the dollar bill. Crypto is going to be the new currency. Okay. That's the least you can do is learn and let AI help you. I'll show you how to set up your crypto wallet, how to make sure you avoid, any type of unnecessary drama, scams, whole 9 yards. This is literally like a 7 to 8 hour workshop on stocks, which ones to invest in, how to pay attention to what Donald Trump is saying, how to let AI help you pick the winning stocks, whole 9 yards. That's $97 as well. If you got hard inquiries. Hard inquiries are usually hard to get off your credit report, but if you got hard inquiries, I have a 24-hour hard inquiry removal plan. Pick up the phone, ask for this department, tell them this, have them inquiries removed in 24 hours or less. $97, okay? Medical courier, you can use your vehicle. And no, this ain't no Uber Lyft where you the middleman and you getting paid minimum wage. No, this is not this. This is where you actually go do, high-end work using your vehicle. If you got a car payment, that car payment should not be taking money from you. It should be giving money to you. That car should be used as a stream. You can give this to your young adults, your teenagers, if they got their license. And everything that I sell to you or you buy from me can be sold instantly. So not only can you apply it to you and start making money better in your life, you have something digital that you can sell right now on demand and start making money. Literally. Okay. So the Medical Courier list is an app, 150 list app of high paying people that will pay you to go pick up some prescription and drop it off to the pharmacy, or pick it up from the pharmacy and drop it off to the customer. Hey, can you go pick up my suit? Some lawyers that say, pick up my suits from the cleaners. Some doctor's office that say, hey, can you transfer this specimen to the lab? It's high paying, right? And I also give you a list of how to make $2,500 a day or a week, okay? It is how you make $2,500 a week or a day, depending on how you want to move. If you still working a 9 to 5, it could be a week. If you don't work a 9 to 5 and you ain't got nothing but time and you can go make a couple of runs, it could be in a day, okay? Nevertheless, that is $10,000 a month just on a Medical Courier. And you can make more than that, okay? I have that for $97. Faceless YouTube. It's a whole entire boot camp. How to start up your faceless YouTube channel, how to use other people's content to go viral, how to get your monetization, how to get your watch hours like that, how to actually have somebody else run your whole channel, get you into monetization. Now everything you post, you collecting dollars for. That's $97. The 200,000 funding masterclass. If you are looking, your credit is good, your credit is decent, you can go get you some funding, okay? It don't got to be great, just got to be decent, okay? I give you a plate how to go get $75,000 for a vehicle loan. And then if you don't need a new vehicle, how to actually leverage that and liquidate it and put that cash into your account. I give you all of that, how to go ahead and run it up on the Amex play, okay? How to have several devices when you sit down and boom, boom, bop, 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 bop. I give you the whole 9 yards, how to go get you $200,000 in funding. Even if you can't use it right now, business owners can, because every business owner needs money, okay? So this is something you can sell as well. $97. Let me see if I'm going to mention any of this. Land banking workshop. You want to go buy you some land very dirt cheap. $100 dirt cheap, okay? $300 dirt cheap. That is already valued at more than what you're going to buy it for. You buy it for $100, it may already be valued at $800. You got a $700 return on your investment. You buy it for $1,000, it's already valued at $20,000. You got a $19,000 return on your investment, okay? So the land banking workshop, which covers how to buy, how to bid, when to bid. You can start bidding, buying you some land as soon as tonight, okay? And then how to flip it. If you don't want to hold it, if you don't want to own property, you want to flip it, you want to sell it, whatever the case may be, you want to build on it. I go over all of that in this workshop. And then I give you a list to 250 different land banks, which you will not find on your own, okay? You will not find land bankings on your own. private governmental property that the government sell to us for the low. You can get that for $97. I have, now moving on to the next category, I have a marketing mastery business. This is for business owners who just need to know marketing. I need to get my message out there. I don't want to show my face when I'm getting my message out there. I don't want to do any of the above, okay? I want to make money while I sleep. I want to make my money work for me. I have the marketing mastery business in a box. It is bananas on another level. This is how you start leveling up to do $100,000 months, okay? This is how you level up to do $50,000 months. How you level up if you just want an extra $20,000 months. This is going to be the and not only just level up, this is how you get your brand out there without ever showing your face. I give you access to all of this information that will make you money like that. Just doing one little thing will make you money. Just doing one little thing and get a whole bunch of people in your network. Okay, that's why it's called marketing mastery. It is the number one marketing in business in a box. Literally, that's the best way I can explain it. Okay, I will only allow one person. I cannot let you in for lesser than $497. But sometimes when I come by here, I at least try to show love and say, if you put up $250, I'll let you in for $250. I'll put up the $247 for you. They still gonna get their $497. Okay, so I will do that for one person. If you want to, okay, I think I'll come back and talk about this later on. I have some done for you Shopify stores, right? I have 4 spots. I wanted to say 3, but I believe I have 4 spots, okay? Build you out your own Shopify store ready to go with sales. You will literally start making sales 24 hours as soon as it is handed over to you. Let me tell you. Done for you Shopify stores with your products already added, your traffic already sent to it. You ain't got to worry about where I'm going to sell this to, who's going to buy it, and all of this stuff. You do not have to worry about that, beloveds. 24 hours after you get this back, and you can have this back to you by next week, mid next week. Built out for you, done for you, back to you by next week. You are already running up the dough, okay? 24 hours later, after it is launched and given to you, you are making money with receipts, okay? With receipts. I am only going to allow 4 of y'all to have a fully automated. You don't have to be involved in it. You don't have to put your hands on it. All you do is literally collect the payments, okay? I have 4 spots. That is $1,000 for a fully done, built out for you, ready to bring in your money. And trust me, you can make your money back in a week. You can make your investment back in a week, and then everything thereafter is just profit. We set up everything for you. It's fully automated. So like I said, you do not have to put your hands in on anything, okay? My time is almost up. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to come back. So you do not have to put your hands to anything. It is done for you. It is a money-making machine that makes you money in 24 hours, okay? Once it's handed to you, it's built out for you. There's only 4 spots available. It is a fully automated Shopify store, okay? People can get finance, funding, the whole 9 yards. You don't have to worry about running no ads. You don't have to worry about doing any of that. It is all done for you. All you got to do is enjoy making that money, okay? It's already got traffic to it. Fully built out for you. You can have it by mid next week, okay? And I'm only taking 4. That is $1,000 investment. I'm guaranteeing you will make your $1,000 back rapidly, and then the rest of that will be in profit mode, okay? I thought I had a little bit more time to go over all these other ones that I do not want you guys to miss out on. So I know, hello, brother. I know that I'm going to possibly have to come back in a little bit, but I have some classes, some mentorships that I got to teach. If you are interested in any of that, the information is on the screen, okay? Lock your spot in. When I come out, I don't come out and be like, okay, I need to show y'all the trade line game. I need to show y'all how $1,000 was just made adding trade line. I just need to show y'all that. So I'm going to come back, okay? And like I said, with everything that I have showed y'all that is coming, that your job is not safe, your benefits is not safe, these people is coming to put chips and all of that stuff inside of us. We do not have time to be playing no type of games at all, especially like this. We need to build, use the resources that we have, not to live a lavish life, not to splurge, not to go buy dumb stuff. We need to be building. We need to be building. They telling us what they doing and what they coming to do. We need to be building. So when I come back later on, I've already went through everything that's $97. I also offered that one spot in the marketing mastery. You got digital products. You just need to know how to sell them. You can scale it up your own self. I offer one spot at that. And then the done for you Shopify stores, those will go quick. Okay. And I'm going to come back and show y'all receipts. If you sleep, you don't eat. I'm going to come back and show y'all receipts. Later on, I will be talking about mentorships and some other type of investment opportunities I have for y'all that you do not want to miss. With that being said, we'll see y'all on the next one.